Hey, everybody, welcome into GoBlueRaiders.com, and glad to have Coach Brennan Webb of the men's golf team. And Brennan, you guys had just a tremendous weekend at a really good college golf tournament, capturing the championship at the Invitational at the Ocean Course.
Yeah, it was a great start to the year, and we're excited to see the new guys contribute, and the old guys improved a lot, and so combination of a lot of good things, and it was great to get off to such a good start.
Yeah, it was, and more impressive. There's a lot of impressive things about this, and we'll kind of talk about those as we go along here a little bit. But number one, you led after 18, you led after 36, and you led after 54.
Yeah, it was good to see our guys, especially having to sleep on the lead after that 36 whole day, the first round. You learn a lot about some guys and how they showed up the next day ready to go, and not changing anything, any approach or anything, and they felt comfortable where they were and believed that they belonged there, and that's a big step.
Yeah, and looking at the team numbers, on the day you played 36, your second round score dropped. I mean, you could tell that your guys had kind of soaked in what they saw the first way around the track.
Yeah, it was good. You see 4 guys to shoot in the 60s at the Ocean Course. I mean, that's just not happening a lot, and that day, Connor Slane shot in the 60s in the morning and the other 4 guys in the afternoon. So to have all 5 guys shoot around in the 60s on one day, it was a pretty special day for us.
The other thing, too, is when you looked at the field that was in this tournament, there's some – and in particular, there are a lot of schools that are really good in golf that may not have as big a name in football or basketball, and a lot of those good golf schools were in this tournament.
Yeah, it was a really good field. I would think there were 7 or 8 teams that played in the NCAA postseason last year. You got schools like Augusta and College of Charleston and Georgia Southern, schools that maybe aren't big football or basketball schools, but certainly are good golf programs, and then Ole Miss and Maryland and West Virginia, a couple of the Power 5 conference teams. So it was great for us.
Yeah, and then when you came back on Monday, or came back on the third round to play with the lead, you talked about sleeping on it, but then you have to defend that and hold them off because you know that some of those teams are going to make runs at you, and your guys answered the bell.
Yeah, it was great. That's the thing that impressed me the most and what I was most proud of. We got off to a terrible start that third round. We were 6 over early. I think Ole Miss was 1 or 2 under and had passed us by. And, the guys just stuck with it and kept at it and believed that they were going to, what they're good was good enough. And they came back and we got it all the way back to under par with a few holes to go and then turned back into the wind. And finishing holes at the Ocean Course aren't the easiest. So we had a couple big numbers, but so did everybody else, and it was to be expected.
Now, did you have some experience coaching or playing there from your days at Georgia Tech?
Yeah, it's kind of actually at South Florida. My very first tournament that I ever coached in college golf was at the Ocean Course, and the interesting part about it was my boss, who the head coach at USF at the time, is now the head coach at Ole Miss.
Oh, really?
So the two of us battling at the Ocean Course. It was a cool story, and we shared a good moment when it was all said and done.
But it was a gentleman's skirmish, of course.
Not much chatter on the back 9 yesterday. Far more in the first and second round, but like I said, it was a cool deal when we were all finished.
Well, there are a lot of new faces and new names on your golf team this year, and for those guys to come out and you take the reins off of them and let them play.
Yeah, sometimes you're hindered by what your expectations are, and these guys aren't. They, Alari came from Finland, and we might as well be Oklahoma State in golf as far as he's concerned. We traveled well and got an Ocean Course, and so this is what he expects. Chip Thomas is a Knoxville kid who, knows what MTSU golf is and what it stands for, and we're just excited. It's a great start, and these guys are ready to roll and build on this.
Well, good deal, and they're ready to roll, and they will roll into the Grove this weekend on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Second year that Middle will be hosting an intercollegiate invitational there. Tell folks a little bit about that, and let because they may not know that, hey, they can come out and watch this and see some great college golf.
Absolutely. We're be open to the public Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday starting at 8 a.m. We'll tee off at 8:40 on Sunday morning with Ole Miss. We've got Georgia, NC State, Louisville, Wisconsin, Cincinnati, Memphis, McNeese State, Charleston, Troy, a bunch of other good golf schools, 8 or 9 postseason teams from last year, and it should be a really, really good test for everybody.
Can you compare the field last week to the field that you're going to have here?
This field will be a little bit better. Georgia's a top 5 team in the country. Louisville, NC State both played in the NCAA championships last year, I believe. So, it's a little bit better just because those teams are here. But through the depth of the field, it'll be about the same.
Looks like the weather's going to be great this weekend, hopefully, and it's a really good opportunity for folks who want to come out, watch, follow a team, or go to an individual hole. If you've never been to a college golf tournament, this is really fun to go watch these kids play.
Absolutely, I think people will be surprised by the level of competition and to see how good these guys are. It's a great experience, and you can get up and close and personal and take it all in.
Any tips on, okay, I want to find a spot where I can see, I can see somebody coming into a hole and teeing off somewhere else. Where would that be at the Grove?
I'd say on the front 9, if you stood on the 7th tee, you could see them approach the 6th, approach the 8th, tee off on 7, and tee off on 9. That's a really good spot. And then on the back 9, kind of between 10, 11, 12, and 13, you can see all of those holes from certain spots there too.
Yeah, one last thing as we wrap this up, going back to this past weekend at Kiawah Island, I understand you had a little inspiration from your daughter.
Yeah, interesting quote, where they say kids say the darndest things, but about a week ago before we started, I was telling her we were getting ready to go on the road for tournaments, and she said, "Do you think you're going to bring me back some trophies like you did when we lived in Atlanta?" And so yes. Now the answer is yes.
Yeah, the answer is yes. Yeah. That's good. I tell you, I know you've been. When you take over a program and you put your own stamp on it, you knew you were taking over a pretty high-powered race car there, and you've kept it in the road, and now you found the right people and to take it to that next level, and that's what Whit Turnbow talked about when bringing you in. That hey, we've been great. And, it's been awesome, but he had a lot of confidence in you. And I know it has to be, there's a lot of self-satisfaction, but I know the 24-hour rule hadn't worn off just yet.
No, not yet. We this is a great thing, and I'm proud that the guys won the tournament, but, we have bigger goals that we want to achieve, and the reason I came here is to win rings, and we're going to go ahead and do that as quickly as we can.
All right, thanks, Brennan. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Brennan Webb joining us today on GoBlueRaiders.com. Congratulations to he and the Blue Raider golf team as they capture the Invitational at the Ocean Course in Kiawah Island. And thanks for joining us on GoBlueRaiders.com.